Hi guys, OfficialNma here and welcome to my YouTube channel. In this YouTube channel, we'll talk about men's relationship. If you know this kind of content interests you, what are you waiting for? Please hit the subscribe button down below, and with that being done, let's proceed to the video. In today's video, we are going to be speaking about how to be a good conversation starter and also how to be a good conversation keeper, because most of you guys don't know how to keep conversations. We as humans, it's only normal for us to want to feel valued, heard, and loved. I don't want to bore you with too much talk. Are you ready? Because I am. Let's jump right into the video. Remember when we were growing up as kids? Yeah. Most of the time when a visitor comes to our house, because most of us in our house are just like introverts. So when a visitor comes to our house and most of my siblings don't want to speak to the person, I'm mostly the person that they always like push up front to have a conversation with the person, because basically I'm good at keeping conversations. So I'm going to be sharing some tricks and some tips that I use to be a good conversation starter and a good conversation keeper. The first tip I use is that at the early part of the conversation, when you're trying to start up a conversation with the person, you have to start by giving that person a compliment. You can generally compliment someone in 3 areas of their life. The first one is work, the second one is energy, and number 3 can be a platonic physical compliment. For example, you want to start up a conversation with a girl. Perhaps on her bio, you say that, okay, she has a business. You can just go through the business page and you can actually pay the person a compliment by saying, okay, I see what you're doing, your work, I like what you're doing. Or perhaps she might be working in 9 to 5. You can say something like, okay, I like your ethics, I like your work ethics. If the person owns a business, compliment what they've been doing so far in their business and say, okay, you appreciate it. And you can also compliment someone's energy by saying something like, okay, I like your vibe, I like the way you vibe. Or you can say something like, oh, I feel at peace with you, like talking to you, I just feel at peace. I like your energy, like you're calm, I love the way you talk, I love your calm voice, like talking to you just make me feel at ease because of the kind of person that you are. You've complimented that person's energy. Or you can also compliment that person's physical appearance. Okay, I love your eyes, I love your smile, like just basic things. Oh, I love your hairstyle, I love your skin, like your skin is so good, I love your skin, like what do you use for your skin? And when you're paying compliments to people, you have to understand, you have to note that you should not make the compliments look too sexual. That's what most of you guys do, and that's where you guys feel. Most of the time you might want to pay a genuine compliment to a human, but the way you put it, the way it might seem, it might look so sexual, and maybe perhaps that's not what you meant. Maybe you did not mean to be sexual, but she's going to take it the wrong way and she will not want to have a conversation with you. Imagine telling a girl, oh, I love your body, I love your shape. You're just meeting this person for the first time, or you guys are just getting to know each other, and you're telling the girl, oh, I love your shape, I love your body. She'll just look at you like someone that just wants to smash and run. She will never take it serious. For starters, she will never take it serious. And also you have to note that when paying compliments, also you have to make sure that those compliments are genuine. If it's not genuine, it will be as if you're mocking that person. Do you understand? For example, you're going to tell a girl that, okay, you see perhaps her business is not doing well, she doesn't have followers, and like everything like doesn't look well, obviously. And you're telling her that, oh, great job in your business page, you're putting a lot of effort. She will say like, okay, this guy is mocking me. Or you say a short girl and you say, oh, I love your height. Like basically, she might think that you're mocking her. Or you see someone that obviously has a very rough skin and you're telling the person, oh, I love your skin, what's your skincare routine? She'll look at you like, okay, this guy is trying to mock me. So make sure those compliments are genuine. In less than a minute, you can actually find what you like in someone, especially if you have feelings or if you have crush on this person already. It will be very easy for you to like look for something of interest and make sure it's genuine and compliment the person. Like for me personally, I'm very good at paying people compliments, and that's one of the ways I usually use to like build up conversations and start up conversations and keep conversations basically. But so don't forget to transmission between topic and also bring up an example, just like what I do most times on my videos. When I'm making videos, I always try to bring up examples. It helps to keep people engaged. It actually engages people For example, okay, you're talking to her about something. Perhaps you're going to a restaurant and you're eating jollof rice. Let's take that as a scenario. And she says maybe basically she doesn't like jollof rice and she orders something else. You can say, okay, why don't you like jollof rice? Why don't you like eating jollof rice? You might say, okay, I don't just like jollof rice as a person. I never liked it. That can be a topic of interest. You can bring it up and say something like, okay, that reminds me of when I was a child staying with my grandma. Also, she cooks jollof rice so well, or she did this, or when I was little as a child, I fell sick one time and I hated jollof rice. It can actually be a topic of interest. There are so many scenarios like that where someone can say something and you can relate it to something that has happened to you before, or somebody that you know that similar thing has happened to before. Transmission between the topic and saying what it reminds you of can actually keep that person intrigued and can actually help to foster the conversation. Number 3, be yourself. Yeah. And don't forget to add a little laughs in between. Like, I'm not trying to say that you should go and start laughing hysterically or start laughing very loud and like awkwardly. The person might say, okay, I went out with a madman, or I just met a madman today, which is not what you want. Try to laugh whenever the person says something funny, whenever the person hints something funny, even sarcastically or so, can help the person feel more at ease with you and more relaxed with you. And when someone is at ease and relaxed with you, trust me, conversations will flow very smoothly. Stop acting as if it's a job interview or a question and answer section. Small laughs between talks can really help. Even a little chuckle can go a very long way. Number 4, bring up topic of mutual interest, something that you know this person can actually relate to. Like in Nigeria, actually, like just talking about Nigeria as a whole, we're just talking is a topic everybody can relate to, one or two going on. And also there are also so many topics of interest. Like you can talk about religion, you can talk about weather, you can talk about school, you can talk about jobs. Depends on your occupation and your area of interest. You can use job as a topic of mutual interest. For example, if you're a tech bro and she's a tech sis, talking about job would be very much fun to you guys. Or if you're a content creator and she's also a content creator, there are so many things that you guys can actually relate to, like trolls and brands and so many things you can actually relate to. But not when maybe you're a tech bro and this person is maybe will I say is a student. You're talking about Python, you're talking about so many like coding languages. This person can understand what you're saying. So when you're talking about job, you have to make sure that this person has some level of interest to what you're saying. For example, a businessman, she's also a businesswoman. She can actually relate to most things that you're saying because of customers and because of generally serving the public. And also religion also. Religion can be a topic of mutual interest, but depending on the religion, depending on if you guys have a mutual religion, don't forget we're talking about mutual interest, what you're interested in and also what she is interested in. You don't like, you're not a pagan or an atheist and she's a Christian, a strong Christian or a strong Muslim, and you're talking about you don't believe in anything religion. Definitely you guys might end up leaving that place as enemies. If you're the kind of persons that doesn't have self-control, maybe someone's eye might be off before you leave that place, or before you leave the person's house or something. Maybe someone's eye might be missing because of, you might be throwing punches here and there because both of you guys don't agree on the same thing, and actually it can cause a rift. So you want to pick up something of mutual interest. For example, a strong Christian and she's a strong Christian. Definitely that would be a very good topic of interest because you're talking about your favorite pastor, you're talking about your favorite minister, and of course it can be like a very good topic of interest. And also talking about school, one last topic of mutual interest can be politics. Talking about politics can be a good topic of mutual interest if you guys relate on the same thing. Remember, it must be something that you can understand and she also can understand. Not perhaps you're living in different parts of the world and you're talking about the politics in France and she's talking about the politics in Africa or the politics in Ghana. There's no way you guys can understand each other because you're not in the same, like you're not living in the same continent. But if you're living in the same country, or maybe this person is in and out of the country and this person has an idea of that politics, it can be a topic of mutual interest. You can also develop topic of mutual interest like this. Where do you live? Actually, that is a very good question, but it might only earn you a one-liner. Okay, I live in Lagos State, I live in Accra, like just a one-liner basically. You can develop this topic further by saying things like, why did you choose to live there? Or why did you choose to live in Lagos State? And this person might say, okay, work, or I just like the vibe there, the nice life, the this, the that, and you guys can talk more from there. And that's where you can bring up transmitting between topic and saying things like, oh, that reminds me of. You can say, oh, that reminds me of 2016 when I went to Lagos. It was this, it was that. I went with my friends. I did this, I did that. And the conversation is basically booming. Conversation is basically going just like that. And thereby, you know what is of value to them, and you can know their interests by asking those specific questions. Number 4, ask fun questions. Things like, oh, if you have $1,000,000 today, what are you going to spend the money on? Or you can say things like, oh, if you have a magic wand, or if you have 3 wishes, what are you going to wish for? Thereby, these questions can help you delve into people's mind and know their value and know their level of interest. And the last one here is that if you want to learn more about how to keep conversations, basically, especially via texting, here's an ebook that can help you. Basically, this ebook shows you everything that you need to know about texting and practical examples that you also can use. If you want a copy of this ebook, the link to it will be in the description box down below, and also check the pinned comments, it's also going to be there. So we've come to the end of this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give this video a very big thumbs up, and please also don't forget to hit the subscribe button to be part of our growing community. I love you guys all, and see you in my next video. Cheers.